Hi everybody, Danielle here, Girl Racer Scrap, and I'm here with another organizational video. And today I'm going to talk about my die storage. And it's mainly just for my thin metal dies that are very popular right now. They're great on space, and they're really easy to use. So I'm just going to get to it. I store my dies in a smaller 3-ring binder. It is 7.5 by 9.25. It's hard to see here, but you can see it's about the size of my hand. And I use just the Avery sheet protectors that are made for this size. I have gone and included this My Favorite Things. It's on the back side of the packaging to one of the dies, and it shows all the shortcuts. And that, this is gonna be the same for most wafer thin dies. So I thought that was just good reference, and I kept that there. This particular folder has this extra little pocket. You can find, anything I'm talking about at your most of your office supply places and hardware stores. So I just use the Avery pockets that go right in there, made for the smaller 3-ring binders. I use a sheet of magnet, which, you can get anywhere. I usually get the 8.5 by 11s, and I just cut them in half, so then it gives me 2 pieces. I back it with a piece of chipboard. Again, the chipboard I get, it's just when it comes in packaging, cereal boxes, anything like that. I don't really buy my chipboard, but you can. I try to just use what's laying around the house. I label them here with some Avery labels that I, again, had, and I just wrote what that die set is, because packaging is long gone now, so it just helps me know. And I think I'm going to add in the future a little picture of the die, the shape. So you can see here I have 2 up on there, so I put a label here, a label there, and all these are open from the top. I don't have any problem about losing dies or them falling out. That's why I have the chipboard on there. Without the chipboard, if you just have the magnet sheet in there, when you pull it out, the magnet is too flimsy and they'll pop off, because the magnet is also not super strong. So just a thought. I do travel with this. I haven't had any problems about losing any dies, so it's good. But I like it. I can quickly flip through. I only tend to put my dies on the one side. So you can see here, I love it too for my alphabets, which I only have one at the moment, but I have it all in order. This particular one misses a few letters because other letters can be used, like the N can also be the U. So I can see it. I know I put it back where it is, and I broke most of them all apart except for these numbers down here, but they're just ready to go. I try and put like shapes, so these are all border dies, so I try and put these there. I need to move them, but it is what it is. So here I started to back them up, but I think also here I need to get more chipboard to stick behind, so right now it's okay. So I'm just going to show you, sorry you can't see everything, but you can see here how these two, they've, because this does not have chipboard behind it, you can see how they've popped, but they haven't fallen out. So, and again here, so I have the dynamic circle stacks. I started just peeling the label off and taping it on. The ones with the plastic from MFT, but I heard they don't do that anymore. It was just for a little while. If you double them up, the plastic stops it from kind of magnetizing. So again, you can see they've floated around a little. They didn't fall out yet. So that is my die storage. I've combined, some pieces. I try and fill a page, so I still have some room. And you can see here, yeah, there's no cardboard, no chipboard backing, but I'll get to that. And then I have a lot of leftovers. This is full. It is a little heavy, but if I had switch this to a larger standard size binder, you can fill it with more dies, but then it's also heavier. So just want to keep that in mind for traveling. You don't want to drop this on your foot. It's going to hurt. So I like the small one. I do have another one of these small binders and I may just put them in 2. But right now it is overflowing. You can see here it doesn't, but it doesn't bother me. It can stand upright. So I just kind of have it upright on the floor next to me. So that is my thin wafer die storage. I do have some like regular Big Shot dies and sizzlets. I don't really use them anymore. So I don't think I'll really show you how I store them. But otherwise, this is the most popular stuff, and I still have some time, so I'm going to also show you how I store my embossing folders, since this is all kind of die cutting machine related. I've put my embossing folders in several different containers, organizational things, and so far this one is working for me. I'm all about space. I don't want to put something in a larger container and take up more space with it. So I found that the Snapware containers, you get them at Target, Michael's, Joann's. This particular one was a Christmas one. I'm going to turn it on its side. So this is the really tall container, and your embossing folders, your regular older standard size, will fit. The newer, larger ones I lay down and I put in the smaller bin on the top. So I like it because I can just snap them off, take my top bin off, and I just have this one Sizzix old camera die that's like really sought after. I just put it in here so I remember to use it. But so here you go, and here's all my embossing folders. I just flip through them. I do have them labeled if they're not labeled. So here I put Typewriter, Alpha, Paper Studio. Some of them I just wrote with a Sharpie. I initial them too because I have brought them to crops and people have tried to walk off with them. But, depends what you do. So I just label them. You can go ahead and emboss a bunch and have them in there so you could see what it looks like, but I mean, I understand what it's gonna look like. But I can just flip through this and I'm good to go. And I'm running out of time. But then the top, these, I have like smaller ones, these borders, and then I have these oversized ones just laying on top for now. It works for me, and I like that in the end it all has a handle. And you have to be careful with these. If you don't snap them right, you can lift this handle up and the whole thing will go kaboom. But for the most part, it has a handle. It's not too big. It's expandable because I can add more containers. So I hope you've enjoyed this, how I organize my die cutting, dies and embossing folders, and I'll be back next time with another video. Bye.